All right, so now let's take, our example is 3/5 times 2/5, but we're gonna start with 3/5 times 1/5 first. And so we see that we're gonna need, right, nothing can be divided out. I only want one of these, so I'm gonna need to cut my 3/5 into 5 equal parts. So that means I wanna define my 1/5 in a way that I can cut it into 5 equal parts. So before, right, when we were here, our 1/4, right, 4 green ones made up was length 6, right? But my 1/6 piece was length 4. So when we go back here though, I want to be able to cut this into 5 equal parts. So I'm going to use the length 5 to be 1/5. And so it's only because this denominator is the same. If I was going to do 1/4, I would then use length 4 to be 1/5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my whole, right? Define your whole. Now I'm going to define my first fraction. 1, 2, 3. And now you can see I want to cut this whole length into 5 equal pieces. Or another way to think about that is I want 1/5 of this 1/5. I want 1/5 of this 1/5 and 1/5 of this 1/5. Yeah. Okay. Not cool. Okay. I'm going to do this one more time. I'm going to clear this. Oops, I didn't mean to clear them all, but whatever. So we can think about, and I'll turn on the numbers maybe because this will help, right? If this is my whole is length 25, and this is 3/5, which is length 15. So I'm thinking I want to cut this into 5 equal pieces because I want 1/5, right? 3/5 times 1/5. And that maybe it'd actually be better if I did 3/5 of 1/5, because right now I'm doing 1/5 of 3/5. We'll show them both ways and let you make sense of which one makes sense to you. So here we can think about it. I want to cut this into 5 equal pieces. 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? I want to partition it into 5 equal pieces because I want 1/5. Sorry, that's the wrong arrow. Right? I want 1/5 of this. Or I think easier to see in this piece is I can think about taking 1/5 of each of these. Oopsie, my annotate went away. 1/5, 1/5, 1/5. And so now we see we have 1/5 here, 1/5 here, 1/5 here. One, 1, 1. So what are these? 1, 1, 1, right, is length 3. Maybe that's not helpful. I'm gonna get rid of that one. So I have 1, 1, 1. And so these 3 are 3 now out of the whole, right? Go back to your whole, which is length 25. So this is 3/25. This is showing this 1/5 of 3/5. So 1/5 of this 1/5, 1/5 here, 1/5 here. Or if we did it this way, the first way I did it, 1, 2, 3. Here's my 3/5 again. Now I want to cut this into, right? I want only 1/5 of this. So cut this into 5 equal pieces, right? 1/5 here. If you need to see it right here, it would be in 2, 3, 4, 5. So those are my 5 equal pieces. So this 1/5 is, oopsie, 1, 2, 3, right? Length 3. And I'll turn off the rod, the numbers so you can see. So 1/5 of 3/5 is my 3/25, right? 3 of these little whitish gray ones. And so let me clear all of this because it's going to be the same idea. But I did 1/5 of 3/5. And so what if we did it the other way? What if we did 3/5 of 1/5? So this is again why we needed to be able to subdivide. So what I want to think about is here's my, let's clear these because bring these down. Here's my 1/5 then, right? If this is my whole didn't change, this is 1/5. Now I want 3, right? And this can be cut up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? That's cut into 5 equal pieces here. So now I want 3/5 of this 1/5, which, yep, as you guessed it, ends up being, right? 1, 2, 3, 3/5 of that 1/5. And so those 3, 1, 2, 3 are, refer back to the whole, 3/25. And that's because it was, right, a unit fraction, 3/5 of 1/5. What if we wanted now 3/5 times 2/5? Can we do the same thing? How is it different? How is it the same? How are we seeing? What if we had 2/5 here? Let's pause it, try it, and let's do that now. We'll do this here. Annotate. Yeah, let me clear this first. So we're thinking of 3/5 times 2/5. So if we're thinking about it as 3/5 of 2/5, then we want to find our 2/5. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we want 2 of them. And now we want to cut this up into 5 equal pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 equal pieces. And now how many, right? We want 3/5 of, right? So we want 3/5 of that. So we want 1, 2, 3, right? We want those 3. And now I know that's really ugly. So let me erase some of these marks. So we want, and so this is where, right, if I want 3/5 of this one and 3/5 of that one, I can see that my total length that I want is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? My total length is 6. And so 6 out of, compare these up here, right? 6 out of 6/25. So if we think of 3/5 of our 2/5, you can think of 3/5 of each of the individual pieces, or you can think of cutting, with the scribbles as I did, cutting this length of 2/5 into 5 equal pieces and taking 3 of them. If you want to see that, you can do that real quick, right? So we thought about cutting this into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I want 1, 2, 3 of them. And so I'm going to try and find the rod that's that same length, right? All that 1, 2, 3 of these, right? 5 pieces I cut my 2/5 into, and that's, right, the same length, dark green. Turn on the numbers, right? I know you're not surprised. It's 6, right? 3 times 2. So you can think about multiplication of fractions in a number of different ways. And they all lead back to the same: multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators. In this case, we did 3/5 of 2/5. You can do this, try it now. What would 2/5 of 3/5 look like? right? Here we showed, right, there are 2/5 cut into 5 equal parts, and we wanted 3 of them because that's what it says, 3/5. Can you do 3/5 cut into 5 equal parts, and then you want 2 of those 5 equal parts, right? If you're doing 2/5 of 3/5, do you get the same 6/5?